tell you the tales about the Keeper's spirit?
Hey, всем
I've
привет,
lured you into a
мы
trap, you know,
дополнение к Skyrim.
and you fell for it. Because you're arrogant. Just as I am. As I was. Oh no. I've lured you into a trap, you know. And you fell for it. You're right. But then again, if I told you that the answer is no. A self-created sanctuary. What? And... oh no. Yeah. What the? How did you do that? You... come on. We have to look. We have to look and see what's outside. We won't get far, but still we have to see. Come, lead the way. By the gods, these are the scourges of the suppressor. They want to part. So cold. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to go. So cold. Maybe it wasn't. After all, I think... yeah. Yes, the cell is small, but at least it's safe. Haven't we been here before? By the gods, everything here looks so similar. It's a damn maze. Oh really? We should never have left. This will be our doom. Oh no. No. Do you see it? All the cells, they're all empty. And there's blood. Oh. There were people in there just like us. They didn't know their place either, and now they're dead. They're simply dissolved because they dared to disobey the suppressor. By the gods, this is what will happen to us too.
Бежим! Ладно, ничего с ним не будет. Как мне туда попасть? Короче, как я понимаю, если я сейчас ставлю вверх, нравится. Чем мне вообще есть предметы наши? Вы не можете уходит. Ключ к свободе.
Oh no, no! Can't you see? We're back where we started. I knew it. It's just useless. The suppressor doesn't want us to leave, and now he will be even angrier when we meet him than he was before. It was a mistake to follow you. You're vile. You forced me to do this, and you alone. Just leave me alone, okay? Just go.
Если его убить?
Well, so you figured it out. Yes, I am what keeps you in this place. But was it blind rage that made you act, or have you truly understood who I am? Have you understood what drives you and determines your actions? The salt corrodes your skin, and the water filling your lungs is cold. But you still haven't found it, child, have you?
Здесь мы возьмем, скорее всего. Ладно. Где мое все снаряжение, я еще не понял.
Oh, hey. Good to see you awake. How are you feeling? In the temple. The curarium, to be precise. You were brought here when you were traveling with that Ixon guy. I think the others are already awake, but I didn't want to leave you here, so I thought I'd just stay. I mean, hey, you are a keeper of the first sigil now, aren't you? I believe congratulations are in order. Don't mention it. Bad, though, that this keeperness won't get you anywhere. Do you know why? Because you're pathetic. Simply pathetic.
I said, you are pathetic. At first, we believed it would be more exciting this time. But now that we've seen the new prophet, our hopes are gone. You're a joke.
A nobody who let his only friend kick the bucket.
As if you'd ever accept that. You humans are always so damn persistent. Why? Why can't you just let go?
Because in the end, you are powerless, just as all those before you. And you, Prophet, you are the biggest joke of all.
You are nothing but an urchin.
A weakling.
And a murderer.
And that is why you will burn. All of you. The cleansing will happen, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. What have you done to us? You are so naive. The world is an interplay of cause and effect, and the only logical consequence of your existence is annihilation. That's the way it was, and that's the way it's going to be. But enough of the banter, urchin. We wanted to meet you, and so we did, even though the result is rather sobering. Now wake up! Keep on stumbling through the mist.
Я так задумано или что?
Thank Malphus. I was starting to think I was the only one. How are you? You look exhausted. Of course, sorry. That remark was a little redundant. But it's good to see the Grandmaster was right after all. I woke up just a few hours earlier, and he was... But I suppose mutual congratulations are in order. We... Almost, yes. All that is left to do is to take... Speaking of whom, he also told me some things while you... This is so bizarre, really. Hard to say. I never had, but then again, I always had... At least now I can understand why the Grandmaster was willing to break all the traditions of the Order just to get you exalted to be a keeper. Well, as I said, we both have to take the Holy Oath. You should talk to the Grandmaster as soon as you're ready. Right. Dunwar. The apothecary examined him about an hour ago, and it doesn't look good. He was... impulsive. You know, the reality is that he... But I guess Master Bartar's revelation was just too much for him. It's hard to be told that everything you've lived for was a lie. Well, maybe I just don't... But yes, in a way. Funny that the Grandmaster said nearly the same... That's true. Imagine you're the king of a small island, and the invasion catches you completely off guard, and within a few hours, the Reavers have... Will you use the time that remains to entrench your army within the... Or do you send them into the field to fight the Reavers there? No. It would, yes. What I'm trying to say is, if your attempt to rescue the farmers fail, of course there's a small chance the foray might work, as I said. I don't mean to absolve the Lightborn of their crimes, but I'd wager my left hand that... I suppose the answer depends on whether you're in the mood for some gloomy talk. Sooner or later you'll hear it from someone else anyway, so why not from me first? All right then. You should. It's already late, but if you want, I can show you as you wish. The apothecary put your gear in the chest by your bed. Now walk blessed. I will see you soon.
На сюжет никак не повлияет, да? Так, переедемся пока.
And you actually believe this could work? It sounds absurd.
I don't believe I know. The mercenary, he might not be the shining knight of Star Sound, but he's better than most of your men. I want him, and you will need to convince your true Chesser of it.
Is that so? Very well, I will convince her. You will hear from me.
I hope so.
Prophet, good to see you. How do you feel? You've never been in any danger. If I had doubted your abilities, even to the... In any case, all that is left to do now is to recite the oath. Then we will finally deal with the more... The ceremony needs a little preparation. 1 day at least. Even if it hurts to lose more time. The Clansic people I knew... I believe that these beings are connected to the cycle. They must be the... You did? That it must be related to our roles as emissaries. None. Maybe. In any case, if they are indeed responsible for the cycle, they are our enemies. That's what matters for now. Come back tomorrow for the ceremony. Yes. Why do you ask? In an old temple in the northern mountains of... They did. What are you getting at? A fair point. But in the future... So, yes, my time in the... Ironically enough, that was the last thing. For me, they reminded me that I was more than this deprived creature. I especially felt that in the cloister with Narazul's mages. I had difficulty talking to other people, and whenever I did, it felt as if the others were like... What would have been the alternative? In fact, this is precisely what is missing in the world. Yes. As I said before, my knowledge about that is... Yes. You know, most people perceive them as dark corners of our mind. A moment where you knew exactly what another person thought or would do correct. And while most people hardly feel their bodies, this is the visions, premonitions, dreams that become reality. Good question. In their writing, the Pyreans... But as for what happened before that, that depends on whom you... A better word would be chess figures with their own will. Whatever force causes the cycle, no. Well, yours is to read the Echo and help us gain the knowledge we need for victory. How walk blessed, Prophet. Yes.
Так, что там за моментик?
Knows what he's doing.
Transcribe verse 80 100 times. Sky can rain fire.
Huh?
My sir, wait a moment.
Pathlessness wherever you look. Where
Whew,
is this?
there you are. Here, a letter for you. What? Oh, that's very generous of you. Thank you. Safe travels, and may his light guide you.
Так, сейчас прочитаем. Здесь ты можешь поспать, типа. Нужно найти кровать. Две или одну. Так, прочитать письмо. Так, вниз. Задание. Подождите пока.
Walk blessed, Prophet.
Let's hope he knows what he's doing.
Well met.
Now look at that. It's the Prodigy. Not much. We haven't yet heard from the... Not much. We haven't yet heard from the keepers old Oranthiel sent overseas, but their armor... weapons seem to belong to an order of mercenaries who normally operate in Enderal.
Huh?
Huh?
закрыть. Тащишься.
Yes, it makes sense.
Надо было, кстати, силу качать. Не могу. Так, туда не нужно. Что поспел?
Walk blessed.
Move along.
Oh shit. I have to remember passwords.
This is holy ground, Outlander. Yes.
Watch yourself. The street. Watch yourself. The streets aren't safe this time of the day.
Надо реально силу качать.
Мессер?
Отдыхается быстро. Лунная морковь. Щит.
Greeting.
Nicer.
Yes? Yes?
A penny must please just one penny.
Ah, there you are. Glad you made it. So, how was it? I heard quite some stories about this trial, and was never sure what to make. Yeah, I changed my mind. Come, let's go upstairs. It'll be worth it. So, wine or pipe? Termatralian brandy, vintage 8190. What, you mean the living dead, the watirs? What, you mean the living dead, the watirs everywhere, the frenzied civilians? I'd say this country's seen better times. But at least something happens. It makes this place less boring. A real treasure. Consider it a congratulatory gift for passing the trial. Nothing better than a good pipe and a nice sight to go along with it. It's always sad to see how few people can truly appreciate these things. Anyway, tell me, my friend, what is it that drives you? I've been asking that myself since we met. I mean, it's not like anyone's forcing you to play errand boy for Orenthiel, is there? And with your abilities, you could make a fortune as a mercenary. Not to mention the danger you put yourself in. Securing the excavation site, passing the trial, they certainly haven't been easy on you so far. Makes sense. In any case, it's interesting to see how you've gotten from being a... Kind of reminds me of a woman I used to travel with. That was 13 years ago now. By the wise hermit, time really is merciless. We got hired for the same job, usually, which is why she was just too intense. That's the right word for it. She wanted everything, and she wanted it at once. The rarest jewels, the most handsome men. Well, she started expecting more from our partnership, our talks, and the occasional sex. As she saw it, you either go all the way, or you don't go at all. I wasn't ready for that. Split up. Yeah, that's... But anyway, enough about me. What about you? Has there ever been someone in your life? Or have you always been the lone wolf? Really? That surprises me. I, for one, have had enough drama to last... Love. Anyway, why don't you tell me a little more about this trial? I wasn't ready for that. Love as she defined it, yeah. Had it been for her, we would have married after that first night. That's a long story. Not one that puts me in a favorable light. At least if you're like most people. Let's save that for another time. Split up, but anyway. Enough about me. What about you? Has there ever been... Really? I, for one... Love. Anyway, why don't you tell me a... That's just life, I think. There comes a point when you've done all you can. My. We've certainly lost track of time, haven't we? I really need to hit the hay for a couple hours now. I'll have to go look for some new work tomorrow. And I've heard about a nobleman who's looking for a sellsword. That is, if Orenthiel or old Bushybeard doesn't have a new job for me by then. Say what you want about them, their pay is beyond generous. I'll see you around, my friend.